What up, tribe? Tribe, check it out, man. I'm out here in Zimbabwe. Agua Black tribe on location in Zimbabwe, man. Forgive me, I'm very alert, man, because I saw baboons crossing the street yesterday. They say they got lions in this field. There's an elephant that creeps up. I'm looking at some wild turkey right here. So if I cut this conversation brief, then you'll know why. I had to run from a baboon or some shit. This dude, our driver last night said, um, he said, there's lions over there. I say, fam, what do you do when you see a lion going down the street when you're just walking? And he said, keep walking. Yo, it's like wild turkeys and shit, or peacocks. I don't know what that shit is. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see those? All right, hopefully y'all can see those, man. But I'm in Zim. I'm in Zim, and I tell you something, it's very different. The vibe is very different than South Africa. In South Africa, it's like in Cape Town and Johannesburg, they call it a concrete jungle, right? Johannesburg, they call it a concrete jungle. In Cape Town, they cleared everything out to build that city, as they do in most cases. Here in Zimbabwe, and I should also say I'm in Victoria's Falls. So in the other parts of Zimbabwe, the capital maybe is different, but I'm Victoria Falls. And here it's different because they merged nature with the architecture, with the buildings, and it's almost like it's like a partnership, if you will, right? And so the nature is still very strong. The clay is still very red, still all kind of trees and wildlife, as I explained. And it's very this is kind of what I was looking for as far as when I think of Africa, right? I don't think of these large metropolises. I think of something more nature oriented, more natural, more untouched and unscathed by human hands. And it's ironic, of course, because I get here and I'm like, these mosquitoes, oh shit, it's lions. I get here and it's like hard for me to deal with at times, but I am super, super, super appreciative of this opportunity. Went to Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls was super beautiful, and unlike anything I've ever seen, just the spray from it. It feels like it's raining at certain parts, but it's just the spray from the falls getting you wet. And so, um, I'm here, I'm soaking everything up, and just processing, man, just processing everything in terms of the person that I'm gonna be when I go back to the States, and in terms of Black empowerment. And I can't lie, I'm not gonna hold y'all for a long time, but it has been somewhat discouraging to come to the motherland and see the ways in which white people retain the money and retain the wealth and retain the resources. There's this fairy tale idea of Africa that I think most conscious Black Americans have. And there's this hope that Africa hasn't been contaminated and hasn't been subjected to the things that we have. But I'm telling you that it's absolutely the case here. And of course, in South Africa, they say that apartheid is over, but all the remnants of apartheid are still there. Our drivers I was speaking of earlier, apparently Zimbabwe has a very good educational system, I've heard, and compared to other African countries. And so the driver was a brother. Of course, all the drivers are Black, right? Even in South Africa, the drivers come from Zimbabwe and they're Black. And super articulate, super knowledgeable of so many things. And I was just thinking about, well, what is the good of having an educational system if the idea is to be of better service to some white person? Because he was a white lady's personal driver. We get in there, I get an Airbnb, and it's this white lady that owns it. And of course, like white people own anything, most things of value in South Africa, of course, but also here in Zim. And it's car coming. Hey, how you doing? All right. It's disheartening to a large degree to see us constitute a majority in these places and still be maids and drivers. I'm seeing homelessness. I saw homelessness particularly in South Africa, just like in Oakland, but I see mental illness and I see the alcoholism and all of these things. And I think it just hits you different when we are the majority population and you still see these things. And so that's something I'm trying to, hey, how you doing? All right. That's something I'm trying to, wrap my brain around. But, there are a lot of positives. I'm letting the land and the history and the people really wash over me and trying to have the best possible outcomes as far as, changing my brain with this experience and just refreshing and, coming back to the States with all this newfound wisdom and experience. So that's where I'm at. Had to check in with y'all. Appreciate y'all, tribe. Like this, subscribe to the tribe, and more on my adventures in Africa coming soon. Peace, tribe, and another one.